This is stunning. And I say that because in a sane world, this would be the most huge and career-ending thing ever for someone like Donald Trump. So many things before this, though, should have ended his career. But it actually is not something that will surprise you likely. And what I'm talking about is the fact that after the 2020 election, when Trump was making his election lies and believed that was saying he believed that he won the election, he and his team enlisted a batch of researchers, paid a group of researchers to go and look into, analyze, investigate 5 states that they had their election lie questions about, we'll say. And the researchers looked into it, came back and said, the claims that you're making are not true, and there's not proof of widespread voter fraud that could have changed the results of the election. It is just not factual. Well, after that was done, did Trump turn around and say, guys, I really wished that I'd won, so I got bought into lies that I saw on the interweb, the World Wide Web, and I feel bad about that. And from now on, I'm going to prioritize our democratic process because even the people that I paid, that my team paid to look into this, told me that my claims aren't accurate. No, of course not. No, of course not. Instead, now with the knowledge that he definitely had, which is that he was lying, he continued forward with those election lies and continued forward with what led to so many dangerous things for our democratic process. Here from the Washington Post, Trump campaign paid researchers to prove 2020 fraud, but kept findings secret. Former President Donald Trump's 2020 campaign commissioned an outside research firm in a bid to prove electoral fraud claims, but never released the findings because the firm disputed many of his theories and could not offer any proof that he was the rightful winner of the election, according to 4 people familiar with the matter. The campaign paid a researcher from Berkeley Research Group, the people said, to study 2020 election results in 6 states, looking for fraud and irregularities to highlight in public and in the courts. Among the areas examined were voter machine malfunctions. Lindell is very upset with the machines, we know. Instances of dead people voting and any evidence that could help Trump show he won, the people said. None of the findings were presented to the public or in court. I wonder why. About a dozen people at the firm worked on the report, including econometricians who used statistics to model and predict outcomes, the people said. The work was carried out in the final weeks of 2020 before the January 6th riot of Trump supporters at the U.S. Capitol. And of course, Trump continues to this day to lie about the 2020 election. So I think when it comes to dangerous lies, you really do have, let me say dangerous claims. Okay. When you look at a claim and it's very dangerous, the impact it'll have on the world, in this case, on our democratic process, is the same. But the way that you judge the character of the person telling the claim, making the claim, can differ. And so if someone genuinely, and this is why I judge a Trump supporter in a different way than I would judge Trump himself, if you genuinely believe certain things, then perpetuating talking points that are doing a lot of damage is still doing tons of harm, very dangerous. But you as a human being are less to be held accountable possibly, but you are responsible for not getting deceived too. So you have less of a low character status than the individual such as Trump, that now we've had triple confirmations that he absolutely knew he was lying and continued with the massive megaphone he had and has now to tell those lies and to break down our democratic process and to tell people that the only way elections are fair in this country is if the person they want to win wins. And that is not something that can be present within a healthy democracy. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before all the clips are uploaded to YouTube, plus get the full bonus show every single Saturday, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Luke Beasley. That's patreon.com/Luke Beasley. Link in the description.